So today I'm going to show you how to set goals that will make you wealthy, like wealthy in the long term. We're not looking for short-term stuff here. There's actually nothing really more exciting than setting really big goals. Goals that you actually want. Goals that you really want so that you can get excited about it, right? So I'm going to show you a few steps, a few different things that you can do, you can add in your routine to set attainable goals that will help you get to where you're trying to go. But before we do that, since we're talking about wealth, have you actually looked it up? Hold on. Maybe let me Google this real quick. Hold on, I'll put this on the side. Pull up Google real quick because I was playing with this yesterday, and that's actually what got me the idea for this video. Let me share my screen here. Share screen. Hold on. I gotta do something here first. Share screen. Done. I think it's screen number 2 right there. Okay. Let me see. Yes, I believe you guys can see the screen. Let me do this. Okay. So let's check wealth. When I Google wealth here, let's see what comes up. Hold on. Let me make it bigger here. Let's see. Come on. Yeah. Okay. So wealth, an abundance of valuable possession or money. Okay. Okay. Affluence, prosperity. Okay, we know that already. The state of being rich, material prosperity. Some people buy boats and cars to display their wealth. Okay, you know that too. But this what got my attention. Plentiful supplies of a particular resource. Plentiful supply of a particular resource. Huh. Interesting. The country's minerals wealth. Okay. So here I'm hearing money, prosperity, and supplies and resources, right? And the other thing I did was I typed wealth origin. Yeah, origin word or something. That's where it gets interesting. So here, when you type this, what you see is origin English from well, English from wheel or well, whatever. Middle English well, the English health and wealth. So well, the health get to wealth. So the point is Middle English wealth from well or will on the pattern of health. So what I'm seeing here is the word wealth actually comes from well, as you guys can see, being well, the state of being well, which means health. So technically, it's so crazy how we also focus on the money. We also focus on chasing the money. There is this quote that I heard somewhere. I don't remember what it was saying that I'm just paraphrasing, but we all chase or we all spend our life trying to get the money to end our life using that money to stay healthy, something like that. But the point is, everybody, for all of us trying to become wealthy, you really must understand that there is no wealth without health. Like health is the first thing here. So that's what I wanted to point out first. Let me stop the share real quick and get back in your face for a minute. Right. So that's what I wanted to show you guys first. But next, I'm about to show you, like I was saying, a few different things that you can do to set your goals the right way. Coming up. All right. So, like I was saying, remember, there was this video from Gary Vee where he was saying, if you're dead, you had a business. But let's even forget about dying first. If you're sick, especially that kind of sickness or diseases where you have to be in bed, or all of these people that are in the hospital sick, if you don't got no health, if you're not healthy, or if you're not taking care of your health the right way, not only you out of business, but you literally can really do anything. So the first thing is to understand that wealth, it's about health first. Like you guys just saw, the word wealth comes from well, comes from the state of being well, the state of being well, yes, the state of being healthy. And then comes all the money stuff and all the resources and all the plentiful, whatever you want to call it. So, like I was saying, I'm going to show you a little action plan that you can use to set your goals in 5 areas of life, and 5 areas that will make you wealthy. Health is just one. I'm going to discuss 5. You can extend it and go all the way to 10. I personally have 20, maybe a little more areas that I'm working on, but that really depends on what you're trying to do. I just selected 5 because, first of all, I was doing a workshop for the Smart Chill community, and then I just wanted to we just wanted to pick 5 because it would be easier for everyone and it's easier to start. And these 5 actually englobes and touch most of the areas that will get you wealthy in the end. Because remember, it's about plentiful supplies of resources as well. Remember that. It's not only money, it's health, it's plentiful supply of resources, and it's also money. So if you want to get that guide, in the description I have a link. Actually, also let me put it in the comments right now that I'm here. Hold on, I'll just get into the comments real quick. You can go on the link and join our private community on Facebook. www.facebook.com/groups. Hold on, facebook.com/groups/smooth winners. That's the group. You can join the group. It's free, of course, but we just ask you to answer 3 questions. But if you want to join the group to get access to the guide and the workshop, because I put the 2 in there. I put the guide that I'm about to show you guys, the action plan, and I also put the workshop video. It's a 1-hour workshop on goal setting that we did. So if you want to access these, you can join the group. The link is here. This is the link, facebook.com/group/smooth winners. Just answer the 3 questions, because if you don't, we won't let you in. We're looking for people that are really committed. Not that you not, or not that we won't hang out anymore, whatever. No biggie. It's just that in this particular group, we're only looking for people that are 100% committed. So commitment means following the instructions too. So answer the 3 questions. The 3 questions are designed to help us um, create more value for the people that are in the group. So please make sure to answer the questions when you join the group. Right. Now, let's get into it. I'm going to have to share my screen again. So hold on a second. Let me pull this up first. I'm going to reduce this, move this one to the side. Okay, here. I'm going to make this a little bigger. And then I'm going to share my screen over here. Share screen. Boom, boom, bada boom, bam, bam. So you guys should be seeing the screen right now. If you see the screen, if you're watching live and you see the screen, type 1 in the chat. But I believe you guys should be seeing it now. Let me just make it a little bigger over here. Okay. So, like I was saying, this was a workshop we made for the Smart Chick community. I believe it was a little bit before the end of 2020, but it was for 2021. So inside the group, I also put the Excel sheet so that you can modify it for 2022. And funny enough, 2022 is around the corner. So I would highly recommend started working on your goals right now. So let's get started. Start by answering the first three questions. Start by answering these first two questions by writing short descriptions about what you really want. So these questions, like I was saying, like we can extend this to like maybe 20 or even 100 questions, but this was designed to be very simple to use and execute. So we just picked three questions. I just picked these three questions. What would I want to experience by the end of 2021? Again, when you get into the group, facebook.com/group/smooth winners, you can get the Excel file and modify it for 2022. But let's just go through it real quick. I don't want to make this too long. What would I want to experience by the end of 2022? Let's just go with that, right? So this will allow you, these questions are designed to help you get a little bit of self-awareness, a little bit of self-discovery, and also locked in and tune in to your vision and tune into your mission and tune into what you really want exactly, not what your mama wants, not what your pops want, what you really want. So what would you want to experience by the end of 2022? Write that down. Make it like a description. By the end of 2022, I would like to have this. Oh, actually, write it in present tense. By the end of 2022, I have this. I'm doing this. I have that. I'm here. I'm there. Blah, 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 blah. Write that down. Two, what brings me the most joy? What do I really love? This is more a little bit around purpose and mission. So again, we can have maybe 50 questions to say the same thing, but it boils down to what you really love, what really resonate with you. What's when I ask you this question, what's the first thing that comes to your head? Write that down. And all the other things, write them down too. Write it like a little description. What brings me the most joy is doing this, it's doing that. I really love this, blah, 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 blah. Another variation of this could be, if you could do something for your whole life without getting paid, what would that thing be? Write that down as well. That's another variation of the same question. Number three, what does a successful life look like for me? So, what does a successful life look like for you? Again, not your mama, not your dad, not society, not your girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, not society, not TV, not the internet, not social media, not the standards, not society standards. What does a successful life look like to you? Write that down. Success looks like blah 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 blah. A successful life to me look like blah 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 blah. Write that down. As long as you want it to be. And that's the thing too. I highly, highly, highly recommend. This is a little short space because again, I wanted to have something very simple to use, but you can extend these as long as you want, especially this part right here. If you were the director of your own movie, what would that movie look like? Write that down. I promise you, bro. Write that down. So that's number three. So again, these questions are more for you to get a little more aware of you, of what you really want, or what your vision look like, and look into the success. What does that success looks like to you or for you, right? So next, hold on, maybe I should zoom this in a little more. Hold on. Yeah, I hope this is better. Next, in this section, write down your top 10 goals for the year. Write down your top 10 goals for the year, two for each category. health, wealth, spiritual, relationships, lifestyle. So coming back, hold on, I need to get back in your face a little more for this. So coming back to, let me take the comment out. Coming back to the wealth definition. If you guys remember, if you don't remember, or if you're just joining us right now, if you're just watching, go back. You can rewind, rewind. Wealth is about health first. So it is very important before all of the money stuff. Make sure that you get your health on point. It doesn't really matter. Like I've learned this the hard way. Again, I always say I'm not that old. Like I'm still a very young kid. I still call myself a kid because I highly believe that I'm a kid. So before anything, make sure you set goals for your health too, and take care of yourself. That's very important because you don't want to get sick, man. I promise you that, and you don't want to die either right now. Um, what was I trying to say? Yes, so two goals for each. Two goals for your health. Write that down. Two goals for your wealth. So now the money part. And again, like I was saying, this could be expanded in many different areas like wealth. You can break it down. And I also recommend that too. If you want to break it down, break it down. Wealth, you could have career. If you want to have a business someday, you could have business. You could have financial. You could have, I don't know, mine. I also have credit, the kind of amount of credit that I want. I have different type of things. So, but simple to get started. Wealth, if it's money, let's just go with money. Financial goals and career goals, write that down here. Spiritual goals. Spiritual, I mean, spiritual is just one word, but the idea was more about if you're religious, religious goals, your relationship with God, if that's your higher spirit. But it's also about mindset. It's also about Dempoko Shoko is watching. Shout out to Demoza. Dempoko Shoko in the house. But spiritual is also about mindset. Spiritual is also about soul set. Spiritual is also about um everything that is connected to yourself and to the higher level spirit that you believe in. Some people say the universe, some people say God, some people it's both. Whatever it is for you, that's also important for the wealth to become wealthy because it's all interconnected. You don't want to be, it's hard to become a 10 in all areas, but you can strive to become an 8 in at least every single area. And I don't really like the word balance. I like the word harmony because this has to become a lifestyle. You need to figure out how to harmonize all of these into your life. That's when you get the balance. It has to become habits and harmony. So, spiritual goals, two spiritual goals, write them down. Relationship goals, write them down too. And here again, relationship, there is family, there is love, there is, I don't know, co-workers, clients, I don't know, whatever. Relationship, select whatever you feel like is good for you or you want to focus on for this year. Actually, let's do that. Whatever you want to focus on for this year, relationships, write that down. And then lifestyle. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. Write that down too. So that's here, my top 10 goals for 2022. And again, if you join the group, www.facebook.com/group/smooth winners, you have the Excel sheet, you have the 1 hour workshop if you want to watch and go deeper. Actually, I realized that the sound, because I didn't really know until I watched it after, the sound, my sound was not really, I don't want to say bad, but it should have been better. So that's on my hand, my bad, but it's still very valuable to watch. So when you get into the group, you have the Excel sheet and you can modify for 2022. But Write down your top 10 goals for the year, 2 for each category: health, wealth, spiritual. Let me break this down a little bit. Spiritual and lifestyle. Hold on. Need to, yeah, I think that's good. So let me put this up a little more here. Okay. So here, this is a little, I mean, I don't really know how to call it. Tracking sheet, but it's more like yeah, let's just call it the little tracking plan or action guide. So what we did was I learned this in many different books, in many different things. I have um I have my agenda, I mean my planner. This is my planner. In my planner there is something very similar to this. Uh I have a bunch of different planners that I've used in a bunch of different things that have this particular action plan tracker. So over here, let's start from the beginning. Let me get this like this. Hold on, let me see. Does that? Yeah, I think that works. Or maybe I can use this one. Yeah, anyway. So top priorities. Again, the goals that you wrote here. I just want to make sure that it shows. Yeah, it kind of shows. The goals that you wrote right here on this in this part, you just write them again in here. So the same goes, goal number 1, you write it here. Goal number 2 for your health, goals for your wealth, spiritual, relationship, you write them down here. And again, the top priorities for this year, the top priorities for 2022, that's what you write. And then the second part, where I am now, this is where you got to be real, man. This is like, you got to be real with yourself right now, man. Like, where are you at right now? Whatever health goal you had, where are you at right now? Are you on track? Are you not on track at all? Because it's like, you can lie to me all you want. You can lie to me all you want. That's fine. I get it. But I'm also talking to myself, not only to you. That's where we all got to be real, me included, because I'm doing this all the time. I have to do this again for 2022. I haven't done it yet, but I have to do this myself. So I'm going to be doing it. So where you at right now, you got to be real, man, on every single one. For the wealth, for the spiritual, for the relationship, for the lifestyle. Like, you got to be real. Are you on track? Are you not on track? Or are you already doing it? You're getting there. So circle 1. Sorry. And then next, manifest it. Start your, here it's more about getting into the feeling, because that's how it works. That's how you start attracting the things that you need in order to get to where you're trying to go. You need to get into the feeling of having it. So here, whatever goals you have, when you have it, what does it feel like? What's the feeling in your body? Does it like, let's say, I don't know, here you want a 6-pack, or you want to build more muscles, or you want to lose weight. When you will get there, what would that feel like? Is it gonna feel good? Is it gonna feel? So here you write, I should have wrote this a little better. It's not, I am able to, I'm going to, that's fine too, but I feel good because, or I feel like I'm on top of the word, whatever. I feel like, whatever it is for you, man. But it has to make you feel good, whatever you're gonna write here, because you need to connect to the feeling of having whatever. This is so, man. This is so critical, man. Y'all don't even know, bro. Man, like this, even if you don't do everything else right, you need to get this part right. You need to have the feeling. This one, and the why, because that's a motivation. Everybody is asking, how do I get motivated? How do I get motivated? How do I get motivated? Blah, 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 blah. You need to understand that the motivation, again, I have videos on these. I'm probably going to put them again in the card after when I post it on YouTube. But motivation comes from motives. You need motives, bro. You need a lot of motives. You need a lot of reasons why you need these goals. And in different videos, I actually talk about having a list of whys. Here, if you want to go the extra step, if you're a little crazy like me, you should have a different list with, I will go 10 whys for each goal. 10 whys for each goal, or 5 whys for each goal. Because every time you read the whys, you reconnect to the motive, and that keeps you motivated. Elon Musk was talking about, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you can be motivated, blah 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 blah. Actually, I agree with that, because if you want to have a business in the future, or if maybe you're an entrepreneur right now, or you're doing both or whatever, even if you work, you need to be self-motivated, man. More times than not, it's only going to be you on your ass taking care of you or pushing you up. Some people will be there, but more times than not, like, you got to be self-motivated, man. You got to be it's self-leadership, self-motivation. So you need motives to keep you motivated all the time if you have a hard time doing this. So have here again, for simplicity purposes, we just put shorter, like it's a little small, so you can write however many can fit. But I'll highly suggest, as an extra step, have a list of whys. I promise you, man. If you do that every single day for a year, every single day for a year, you just write down why you want your goals. At the end of that year, I'm not going to say that you won't have motivation problems anymore, but you will highly be able to rely on yourself to push through when you're down or when you don't feel like it. Why do I know, or how do I know? That's exactly what I've done, and that's exactly what I do. If you think I'm on fire, or if you think I'm motivated all the time, or if you think I'm always talking about stuff, it's because I always remember my whys every single day, especially when I'm down, especially when I'm down. And then here, deadline, when do you want it? Just like in school, if you ain't got no deadline, students will never do stuff. Even when we have deadlines, we still go to the professor. Hey man, can I submit this tomorrow? Can I submit this? Can we? So you need deadline, man. You need deadlines. Even if you don't get it by that deadline, just extend the deadline, man, and keep trying. But you need a deadline so that you have a place to shoot, and you have a time, like a timeline, and you actually get to do stuff. Because if you ain't got a deadline, nothing is gonna happen, man. And here, another thing, you need to have somebody to keep you accountable for this. Somebody that you respect, mostly somebody that you respect, and somebody that is not going to judge you, or somebody that you trust. Highly recommend that. Next step. What are the next 5 steps that you need to take in order to get there? What are the next 5 steps that you need to take in order to get there? What are the next 5 steps that you need to take in order to get there? So write that down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't know, Google it, man. Like, there is no excuse at this point. If you're watching this, you really have no excuses, because you're in the position to do this. If you don't know, write what you think you know. But if you really have no idea, just Google it. It's all over the place, man, the information. So that was the last part, and that's it, man. And again, get into the group on Facebook so that you can get your Excel sheet modifiable. There is also the PDF in there, and then the 1 hour workshop if you want to watch and go deeper. But man, to be honest, this is exactly again here. And the funny thing is that I never claimed to be the solution of everything, but I'm just sharing whatever I have and that has been working for me. And I've studied this stuff extensively. I've done this for a lot of stuff. And funny enough, ever since I've started, I think 4, 5 years ago, reading few books, studying and hanging out with highly successful people, and started doing these exercises, a lot of the goals that I've set have been happening, or are like 60, 70, 80, 85% to some through. And funny enough, one of them was doing this. Literally, one of them was doing these videos. One of them was doing podcasts, doing workshops, going to events, a bunch of different things that actually came through way better than I expected. Like, honestly, even one of my goals that I had ever since I was in college, like literally, because I've been writing that goal ever since I was in my bachelor's degree, like 2014, 15, and just happened a little sometime last year. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But it's the focus on the goal and the execution along the way, because it's not that I wrote that down and I was just like, ha 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 ha. You got to put in the work, man. If you write down that you want a six pack, guess what? You're gonna have to put in the work and you're gonna have to get on that diet, man, which I haven't done yet. That's why I don't have a six pack today. But the point is, let me stop the share. The point is, and get this back here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me not mess this up. Let me get down. The point is, you need, especially the feeling. First of all, understanding that wealth is not only about money, it's also about health, it's also about all of this different stuff, but especially health first. And also, whenever you write these goals, the why, man, that feeling part, connecting to the feeling, understanding the why, having all of these motives and the little game plan, plus somebody that will keep you accountable. That's how it works, man. That's really how it works. It's really simple. We all know that. Even a lot of the stuff that I talk about, you guys probably know already. Maybe you didn't know a few stuff, but you probably know most of these. But are you actually doing them? Are you implementing them? And are you accountable? I'm not saying that I am. I'm only saying that that's what I'm doing. And that's literally how I do most of my things. So if you want to get the thing, get into the group, www.facebook.com/group/smooth winners. And again, answer the questions, man, because if you don't answer the questions, we really won't let you in. We're now looking for halfway committed people. I was telling that to to my team the other day. We're not looking for half committed people, man. We're looking for all the way people that are committed to their lives, to the personal growth, and to becoming the best version of themselves, because that's our commitment. So everything is free here. All the content is free in the group as well. We're only asking to answer these 3 questions so that we can serve better the group and provide more value as well. So, with that said, that was it for me. It's your boy G Smooth in the building. Now, I'm out. Peace.